The way it works.
Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to the Banter Show, and the first Banter Show of the year with my main man, Rowan Hand. How are you, buddy?
I'm grand. The first Banter Show of the new decade.
The new decade.
So
the Roaring Twenties. The
some
first
sort-
Banter Show of the Roaring Twenties.
I don't know what sort of age he's trying to make me, but there you are.
And I'm joined, Rowan Hand, the main man, broadcaster, veteran broadcaster on RTE and BBC for
Seems
long and many a year.
does seem a long time ago now, I tell you. But it's nice to be retired and taking life a wee bit easier. And very, very saddened this last couple of weeks to see the number of good friends in BBC and RTE who passed away.
Yes,
And I suppose it's the journey we're all on.
we're all on the same journey. We're going,
Escaping it.
you know. And deepest condolences to anybody that's recently passed, and that's from the bottom of my heart for me and Rowan.
Well, that about sums it up. It's the truth of where we're going. It is a journey we're on. And
Yeah.
if we try to bluff ourselves out of that one, then we're exceedingly foolish.
Right, Rowan. Rowan, you've got a very important message for all the men out there.
Well, it's a simple enough message. It's about looking after your health and being careful. And I'm thinking specifically of prostate cancer. And I was fortunate enough to get prostate cancer. I got it when 6-7 years ago.
Fortunate enough. Now, that's an interesting take on it.
It was the best time in my life because I was given the chance of discovering it in time. And in discovering it in time, we were able to deal with it. And now, may the gods be thanked, it's gone. For the moment, that's as much as anybody can say. But it's all looking good, very, very good indeed. And I would not have been able to do anything about it if I hadn't found out. And I found out because of a blood test, a PSA blood test.
PSA.
Prostate specific antigen blood test. And that blood test told me that there was something not quite right in the prostate. Didn't tell me I had the cancer. Told me something wasn't quite right.
Wow.
And we then knew to investigate further. So we looked further and kept an eye on it and said, yes, there is something there. We're going to deal with it and we're going to take advice. And the most wonderful people in the world down in the city hospital in Belfast. Lovely, lovely, lovely human beings.
Fantastic people, aren't they?
And there's a son of Newry. He's down there as a radiotherapy nurse. And that's Christopher. His dad, the family own the boulevard there on Hill Street.
Wow.
Lovely people. And he was one of the team that looked after
McAteer.
me. McAteer.
Seamus. I know Seamus.
Well, Seamus' son is one of the top
My
nurses
goodness.
there.
Well done.
But I had no symptoms, and this is for the men. This is the message, the basic fundamental message, that there isn't always symptoms with prostate cancer, and if you simply allow it to drift, you'll be dead before you know it. It's a silent
Wow.
killer. So, if you're a certain age, I would suggest over 50, get the PSA blood test, prostate-specific antigen blood test, and then you will know not that you've got the cancer, but that something isn't quite right, and that's the moment of investigating further
Wow.
and going and dealing with it, you know.
Well, that's a great bit of advice. I'm actually going to contact my doctor and order a PSA test.
PSA blood test. But don't be surprised if your doctor says, oh no, you don't need it, it's just your age. If you don't need it, don't worry about it. Do worry about it. For some reason, doctors will be reluctant to give you the PSA blood test. I don't know why. It doesn't cost an awful lot of money, but get it done because it will give you the clue that something isn't quite right. And so many men and the families of many men will tell you, our loved one died because he got it too late,
Wow.
And, fellas, like people I know, the doctor turned them away. He said, no call for it, no, don't worry about it. It's not worth worrying about. You're only going to concern yourself. I say, concern yourself in the interest of your own personal survival.
My goodness.
But I mean, I'm sure the doctors don't mean much harm. They're making the best shout on it.
And the scary thing is, Rowan, sorry for butting
Not
in,
at all.
the scary thing is, you had it.
Oh yeah,
Yet and all, you had no pain, no symptoms.
nothing.
You didn't even know you had it.
Did not know I had it. Even the business, they will tell you, people will say about a nighttime urination, going for a pee at night. That didn't exist. It wasn't affecting me in any way at all.
Wow.
No symptoms. It was my own good watching cut the head of the bad luck of this thing going to kill me. So it's an easy enough test once a year if you're over 50. check it out, and it'll do you
There you
nothing but
go.
good. That's the way to do
Well,
it.
there's the best advice at the start of the new decade, the start of the 20s, the start of the decade, from a man who's experienced it, who's lived through it, and who's still surviving through it, aren't you, at the end of the day?
Absolutely. But the people I met in the city, once upon a time, if I heard of cancer, I would run the other way.
Yes.
Now, if I hear of cancer, I put my arms around the person, because I've met the people at their lowest possible time. The awful thing that people come through is something called chemotherapy, and I was able to be with people who needed a wee bit of self-assurance,
Yes.
needed to be uplifted, and if they were lying down broken and been ill because of the chemotherapy, conversation is important. And the best part of conversation in that situation is listening. The person just, oh, I'm not feeling, I'm terrible, I'm terrible. Say, okay, sit and talk to people, give people time, and that works out well for people. But the goodness that flows through people, and as we're speaking now, we're on the day after the nurses' strike. Those nurses, for goodness sake,
The nurse.
they're saints on this earth. They're wonderful, wonderful human beings.
And it's disgusting the way they're not getting the same rate of pay than the
Yeah.
nurses are in
Yeah.
England. I can't work that out. Anyway, MLAs, get back to work, get the company up and running. You're an
Absolutely.
absolute disgrace. It maddens me. We're trying not to go there, Rowan.
No,
We're
but
trying not to go there.
Just for the record, I agree with you. MLAs, you are a disgrace. Get back. No language legislation, no special events in the special procedures. None of this matters in relation to the health future of the country.
Yeah.
And their beds are not available. The people are on waiting lists, are dying on waiting lists.
Yet no, the MLAs get free money for 3 years and they don't even have to go to work. That's how disgraceful it is. It's an absolute disgrace.
Let them sort it out. And hopefully
Anyway,
they
let
will.
them sort it out. The bottom line is, friends, men if in your 50s, request a PSA test off your
Absolutely.
GP. That's the message we're getting from this man, and this man knows. He's lived through it. He's sitting here, and I want to shake his hand, and I want to wish him a happy
God
new year
bless you.
and decade.
And you keep doing what you're doing with your wonderful banter program, because it's ordinary talk for ordinary people by ordinary people, and that's what community is about.
That's what it's all about. Community. That's why we're here, friends. You nailed it in one, Rowan.
Riser.
Right. Great to see you, Rowan.
God bless you.
An
on.
absolute blast talking to this man. So there you go, friends. Get your PSA, get it organised, talk to your GP. That's the best advice from me and Rowan. I tell you what, friends, it's great to be back, and a happy new year to each and
Yeah,
every
yeah.
one of you. Until then, Razor.
Riser indeed.
We're out of here.
Okay.